Jim Messina here. Thanks for coming over to VintageDrumsTalk.com. Say, I want to tell you something exciting is really going on. Last year, here's the 13th Slingerland Black Beauty. As you know, we discovered this last year. You can go to the Slingerland Black Beauty page on this website to hear all about the 13th Slingerland Black Beauty. But what I want to tell you about is, what are the chances of finding another one? But yet, here's the 14th known to exist Slingerland Black Beauty. It's in a very raw form. Discovered it just this year, and I'm really amazed. It just has the two hoops and the shell, and of course those are the main components of the drum. So I'm glad that these pieces exist. Now I'm going to have this restored. It's in rough shape, of course. Nothing's been done to it at all, so it needs some work to be done. It's missing all its hardware except for, again, the two hoops, which are very hard to find. So I'm glad of that. Dave Brown, my friend, the famous English collector, was kind enough to send me these tube lugs from a Slingerland artist model, I believe, of the era, which is the same lugs that were used on Slingerland Black Beauties. Now, of course, these are nickel plated. They're going to have to be stripped, copper plated, and then shot with tinted gold lacquer, okay? I'm hoping that that comes out pretty well. I'm going to be working in conjunction with Mike Curotto to do a lot of that plating work and a lot of the work on the shell. Mike has perfected his methods for stripping lacquer off engraved drums. He's worked a lot with them, and he's, through trial and error over the years, he's really perfected that pretty good. So I think we'll be sending that off to Mike. He's going to do a lot of the plating work. He has his plating guys out there in California. So also we have to get the 3-port strainer, butt plate, new cap heads, snare wires, the whole deal. And I'm really excited about this restoration because Mike's pretty good at that. He'll make it the best it can be. I just can't believe that I've discovered both of these. What are the chances of that? So I'm truly blessed as a vintage drum collector. It really doesn't get any better than this. So keep up with me, folks, on this restoration. This is a biggie, and it's going to be very interesting. So I'll be sending this shortly off to California to Mike Curotto for him to do some work, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on. So stay tuned. Come back to VintageDrumsTalk.com and check out what's happening with the 14th known to exist Slingerland Black Beauty. All right, everybody. It's been maybe a few weeks, not even a month, since I sent the 14th Slingerland Black Beauty off to Mike Curotto so he could Curottoize it. He took charge of the restoration so he could do everything that needed to be done to finish off Slingerland Black Beauty number 14. If you'll remember, all I had was the shell, and I had two hoops. That was it. Thanks to Dave Brown, we were able to get all the lugs, the proper lugs we needed for that. Dave Brown is the famous English collector. You've seen me interview him before. What a great guy, and many thanks to Dave for supplying those parts. And Mike seemed to have everything else. He had the rods, washers, strainer, butt plate, everything. So this is the big day, folks. Here we've got, I can't believe I'm saying this, we've got Slingerland Black Beauty number 13. Underneath this black cloth is number 14th. What business do I have being in the same room with two Slingerland Black Beauties? This is crazy, but it's happened to me in the last year or so. I can't believe it. So anyways, I'm not going to keep you in suspense much longer. I think we should take a look at Mike Curotto's restoration of the 14th Slingerland Black Beauty that we know of. Here we go. Here's number 13. Here is number 14, a la Mike Curotto. Ho! There you go, folks. What do you think of that? Pretty striking, eh? Now, we did a little interview, Mike and I. We did a studio interview where some of you may have seen it. You may have seen pictures of this already, but I thought it might be nice to see 13 and 14 side by side now that 14 has been finished off. As you can see, there's some striking differences here, but that's all in your interpretation. This is a fine restoration, brought back to life, Black Beauty style, a la Mike Curotto. Here's the strainer that he provided. Everything is correct. Look, if you just put one against the other and you can compare. The only thing that I noticed, now here's something interesting, and I just noticed it when I was setting these up. The heads of the tension rods are a little bit different. We have stubbier tension rods here on the Mike Curotto version, and we'll have to get to the bottom of that. Let's check that out and see what that means. But this is just beautiful. Mike did the shell. He stripped the shell, and that will get rid of a lot of the scratches and scuff marks that look pretty scary. But a lot of that, as he has said before, is hidden in the lacquer. So he stripped it off, clear coated it, and it came out beautiful. I think it did a lot for it. Plus he did all this art gold himself. I think there was a little antiquing involved. He used his plater guys that he's got out there in California to help him out. But seriously, Mike did this in lightning speed. Within a day or so of him receiving it, he was already firing off photos to me of, you know, where he's at with the restoration and what the plating guys are doing, and it was great. It was a fun time, and I'm really proud to have been working together with Mike Curotto on such an important piece. Slingerland Black Beauty number 14. Along with that, Mike was gracious enough to send a couple of his signature calling cards, which is actually a drum key that has all his information on it. It's an ornate drum key, pretty cool. I'll give you some pictures of that. Mike Curotto, a classy guy, super collector, and he really helped me out on this restoration. I can't believe it. I can say that I own a Slingerland Black Beauty. Keep up with us, folks. We got a lot to show you in the future. VintageDrumstock.com. Jim Messina saying, we'll see you later.